Alright, welcome back to Ugly Truck. Today we're going to put together some LS square body fuel pumps, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry, were you talking?
What were you doing? Alright, today's fuel tank and fuel pump day for a couple of square body LS swaps that we're doing.
Yay.
We're going to do a total of 4 pumps and tanks today. I've got 2 of them done already. You might notice these here are for a long bed. They're 20-gallon tanks. They are for the blue 86 C10 from Mississippi. Yep. Okay. So I got one of those. I got one for the red truck done, and we are waiting for one more pump. And then I also have this one done. Yeah, but this is what we're going to build here in a second, and we're going to show you how we go about doing it and what parts we use to do it.
Sweet.
Okay. So let's go. Get it done.
Let's do it.
All right. We've done a fuel pump video before. Yep. Okay. And back when we did that video, I wasn't really showing a person how to do it on a square body. I was showing them how we do it on basically anything. I made my own sending unit and everything worked the way I wanted it to work. That just by chance it was a square body we were working on, and people sent us comments and said, hey, can't you just use a sending unit from a 87? Okay? Yeah. Which you absolutely can do, and that's what we are going to do today. This 87 sending unit will fit in all of the square body tanks from 1973 up to 87 as far as I know. Sweet. Okay? Okay. You do have to pay attention to whatever you're working on, the resistance in the fuel sender. Yeah. Okay. When you get into some of the older stuff, it went from, they had 0 to 90. This is a 0 to 95, which is what's going to work properly in this truck, and the blue one. So this sending unit will work fine, but when you're doing one and you're building one on your own, you do need to pay attention to that if you want your fuel gauge to read correctly. Yeah. Okay. If you don't, then just don't worry about it. Yeah, it just shows full forever, and then all of a sudden your fuel just starts dropping off like crazy. Oh no. So this is an 87, which, you know, all good things came from 1987. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I graduated high school. Well, one of the greatest albums in the world, Guns N' Roses. Appetite for Destruction? Appetite for Destruction came out in 1987. Def Leppard? I think Hysteria. I think so. No. Dirty Dancing came out. So 1987 was a great year. But it was really great for people that had square bodies in the future, you know? Yeah, so, really. Because this kind of makes it kind of easy. So let's do it. All right? Sweet. All right. What am I going to put into this thing? Because people are going to ask us. I know that. This is a Holley Sniper. That's what it's called when you buy it. Part number on this one, 19-369. Emily will put a list of all the parts that we used. Yep. Okay. Put it in the description for you. Yep. The sending unit, I bought that from O'Reilly's yesterday. I bought 4 of them actually. And because this has left and right tanks, then we've got 2 different sending units, okay? Yeah. Tanks are exactly the same from left to right. The sending units are different, okay? Yeah. So pay attention to that. A 1987 fuel tank, they have a baffle in it. It's hard to see, but down in the bottom of it, there is a tray that goes around the sock to try and prevent the fuel from sloshing around it. Yeah, that's a question that a lot of people have asked in the comments about baffles in the tank. And yeah, 87 only though. If you buy a fuel tank for 1986, like, okay, we're gonna reuse one of the red truck's fuel tanks, okay? And this one is an 86. It does not have a baffle. All right. Okay. So I bought a 87 tank for it, and it does have a baffle. And that's the only difference between these two. Yeah. Is the baffle in 1 year. Okay. So. That's good to know, though. Yep. I bought the tanks at O'Reilly's. By the time I paid shipping on any others and wherever I found them, it was just cheaper to go buy them at O'Reilly's.
Yep. Thanks, O'Reilly's.
Yep, thank you. Not a sponsor.
No.
Yeah, I bought this at O'Reilly's also. It was the cheapest I could find it. Okay.
Yep.
So, a Holly Sniper, 90 gallons per hour.
Okay.
All right. 340 liters per hour if you're outside of the United States.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you're doing out there.
Yeah.
Liters.
Comes with a little insulator. Comes with a couple worm gear clamps, but we won't use those.
Okay.
Okay. And it comes with a hose. And this hose is special hose, okay? It's immersed in fuel, so it has to be a special hose. So don't pull one of these out and lose it and then think you're going to use just a regular piece of hose. It has to be submersible. And if you have to go buy it, I think it's $25 a foot.
Whoa.
Somewhere in there.
Jesus.
Okay? So hang on to it.
Okay.
Basically, doing it this way, all we're going to do is assemble it. And then we will have to fix our wires, because the wiring's not the same. It's kind of confusing when you go and you buy these fuel pumps, or which ones you can use, because when you look this pump up, it says 60 pounds of pressure, okay?
Okay.
So that just means that if you read it closely, it says at 60 pounds of pressure. This fuel pump will put out like 90 to 100, no problem, okay? If you pinch the lines off. But it puts out the 90 gallons of fuel
Yeah, at
60 pounds of fuel pressure.
Sweet, okay. Makes
So,
sense.
and that is capable of an engine like an LS that's putting out around 700 horsepower.
Yeah, it
okay.
should be plenty.
Yeah, and so we're not gonna put out 700 horsepower, so we're only gonna put out 650.
Oh, okay. Play it safe.
So take the little thing off. You don't want to leave the little cap on the fuel pump. That would be bad. All right.
Wouldn't work very good.
This stuff is kind of hard to get over the fittings, so I put a little bit of dielectric grease on them, and it'll make it easier to slip that pump on there. Same thing on this, or it'll make it easier to slip the hose over it.
Yeah.
Okay. I put my clamp on first.
Yeah. If you watched our first video,
Yeah.
put your clamps on.
Yeah. Okay. And then
What about the other?
oh, I should have put the other clamp on. Oh, nut. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot the little insulator.
Oh no.
Also, make sure you use the sock that comes with the Holly. Don't use the sock that comes with the sending unit. Okay, that one, because it's not as fine as the Holly
Yeah.
one. So
You can see the difference in them.
we'll put that out of the way so we don't screw that up. Put the little noise insulator around it. It's kind of a bummer because it hides the Holly.
Yeah, really. Put Holly on the outside.
All right, that thing's for noise. If you didn't care about noise, I would leave that off because it will keep the pump cooler.
That's
Okay.
true, yeah.
Yeah. And then put this little piece in.
It's just a little rubber. Okay.
All right. And we'll wait to force the sock on the end of it. Okay. And then I turn the pump around to where it is sitting nice and straight.
Make it as compact to get through the hole as possible.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So let's crimp our lines. Okay.
And these are PEX plumbing fittings.
That's where they began their life, but these are actually stainless steel, made just for this, the different sizes. you know.
Yeah.
So this whole bag, that's for PEX hose, 1/2-inch clamps, and they work on 3/8 lines.
Yeah.
All right. So what we've got to do is some wiring on this thing.
Okay.
The black is the ground. It would be cool if it had just
plug into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll wire this thing together with some high quality heat shrink butt connectors.
You said butt.
Knew I could get you today.
I haven't wired anything for a while. I haven't made any good butt jokes.
That's a tough joke to get in there, though. Gotta get butt in the conversation somehow.
Yeah. Don't want to be the butt of that joke.
Yes. Alright. Even though these have some insulation around them, I'm not going to do them right next to each other. So don't have to worry about them touching in the future.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's not what you want.
Do we figure out some other 87? What else happened?
Def Leppard Hysteria did come out in 1987. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. I know they did that one.
U2, Joshua Tree. It's always a classic.
Yeah. Nobody can say that 87 was a bad year for music. Okay?
No.
But everybody can say that 87 was a horrible year for music also.
You think so?
Because there was some pretty bad stuff that came out also.
I don't know. I think George Michael was on the list.
George Michael.
Yeah. The Cure.
George Michael from Arrested Development?
Yeah.
They're good?
Sweet.
Alright. I'll let it cool off for a second while I get some zip ties. Alright, so I like to just zip tie my wires.
Yeah, but do you have any big zip ties?
No. That way they're not in there wiggling around, and make sure you put them in so they don't interfere with the sending unit.
Yeah.
Okay?
That'd be bad.
Alright, so last part of the pump portion of it. The sock on these, they just push on. Okay?
Okay.
Put it offset, that way so it's not interfering with your sending unit. And let's put it in the tank, and it'll make it easier for us to do our lines, okay?
Sweet. Don't forget your gasket.
Yep, don't forget the gasket. Alright, so fits in there perfectly.
Okay.
Oops. A locking ring. Saving my coat. Alright, so if you watch my other videos, I don't use worm gear clamps. I always use the pinch clamps.
Yep.
Okay. Stainless steel. I cut myself a piece of 1/4-inch fuel line. I make sure that they are they've got the green print on them. These are called or what is it, Green Shield, okay, for ethanol. So if you get a piece of hose that doesn't have like some green printing on it, you know, I don't know why they would even make the other stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Or if you had some old sitting around, you wouldn't want to use that.
Yeah.
All right, that 1/4 inch line there, that is for the purge valve.
Okay.
Canister purge, evap purge, and when we do our swap, we do use the evap purge.
Okay.
Okay. 3/8 on the 3/8 line, that's the fuel supply line, and make sure you use fuel injection line.
Yes.
Okay. Clamp on.
Yeah, there you go. Gates, barricade stuff.
Yep.
Oops, sorry, I'm screwing up.
Yeah, and then I also like to, the hose has a memory in it, so I like to just line them up, kind of pointing straight down.
Yeah.
So
they lay a little
so
nicer.
when I set it over the frame rail, they're both, or all three of them are going in the same direction. All right, the 5/16, it's a return line. It does not have to be fuel injection line, but it is Green Shield.
Yep.
Okay.
All that pesky ethanol. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say anything bad about corn.
I don't think corn has anything to do with ethanol, does it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's made out of corn?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We would have named our torque measurement something else. I didn't know it was related to ethanol.
Big scary ethanol.
Yeah.
Oh, should we check the sending unit like we did?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now that it's in there?
Yeah. All right. I forgot to do that.
Oh, no.
We'll take it back out and check that. Okay, so this thing, like I said, it measures 0 to 95 ohms, okay?
Okay.
So the purple wire is the wire that goes to the sending unit, okay?
Okay.
So I'll stick my feed in there, I'll let you watch it, okay? And then I just ground it to the ground. Okay. What's it read there?
1.5 ohms.
Should read 0. Let's go up. Full, it reads what?
91.2.
Okay. Alright, so back down to 0, empty, 1.3 ohms.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so it works. I should have checked that before I even messed around with it.
Yeah, it would stink to get it in the truck and then turn it on and figure out it doesn't work.
Yeah, and I always do that. When I put a new pump in, I always check that. Even when I do it on a everyday car that we work on.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to go through the work of putting that fuel tank back in and have to take it back out.
Yes. That's no fun.
Alright, so that's it. I kind of center the ring. You know, I don't just hammer it into one. Center it. I will zip tie that to that. And when I get to doing my wiring, I'll have a plug that just plugs right into that to run the fuel pump and the sending unit.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a bunch of these connectors, right?
Yep.
So you make your own
That's right.
deal.
Yep. And I will also probably clamp another ground onto that.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So if you're doing a square body, really it couldn't be simple enough when it comes to the fuel pump to do that.
Yep.
Always do an in the tank pump.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't even bother trying to put an exterior pump on, you know, inline. And then also, keep your tank full.
Yeah.
You know, keep your tank, you know, at least a quarter full or a half full. That fuel keeps that fuel pump from overheating. So
Yeah.
it just makes it last longer. Okay?
Yeah. In any vehicle, you know, go buy a brand new one. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It'll save you in the long run.
So that's the great thing about having the in-tank pump is it's submersed in fuel and it takes care of the heat that's going on there.
Yep.
So, like I said, it couldn't be simpler, really.
Easy,
on a square
sleazy.
body only, but everything else could be a real nightmare.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So I only have one more of these to build, and then we will get to, I have got to do some undercoating on them
Oh yeah.
and weatherproof them a little bit, and it also soundproofs them. So,
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a.
Because you don't want to be sitting there listening to a pump run. Okay?
We've been down that road.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So, all right. Hope this video helped you out. Please subscribe. We really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.